social issues to the heart of the city. I'll be your companion, your source of information, and your partner in exploration. And it's just not about the headlines. It's about the conversations we have, the connections we make, and the impact we create. Your insights matter, your questions matter, and your energy matters. So whether you're in traffic, having breakfast, or starting your workday, I'll be right here, keeping you informed and engaged. So Lagos, stay tuned, set your alarms, and mark your calendars, and let's kickstart our mornings together, right here on the Morning Crossfire on 99.3 Nigeria Info and Kofi Bartels. Let's talk.
Get out! Get out! Get out!
This is Morning Crossfire on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Okay, we have about a 7 to 8 week closure of the Third Mainland Bridge. If you're on the road this morning coming from the island axis of Lagos to the mainland, or going from the island to the mainland, or going from the island to the mainland, whichever it is, sorry, I don't intend to confuse you, chances are that you might see some changes. Last night, I saw something along the, I think it was coming from Agodo, and I couldn't access the Third Mainland Bridge because it was blocked from that Oworo side. If you want to veer onto Bagada Expressway, I couldn't access the Third Mainland Bridge. It is a bittersweet one because we want to see development, we want to see things working, we want to see advancement, we want to see infrastructure and all that. But how about the difficulty that Lagosians are going to go through? I don't know what you think about it. We're not here to criticize government. That's not what we're doing. No, but we want to hear from you. I think when I say bittersweet, it's sweet because it's welcome development, but at the same time, I wish I could have just gone straight. If I want to use the Third Mainland, just driven, but these are the sacrifices Nigerians have to make, I believe, to ensure development. You can't use a road that is being rehabilitated, can you? So I think I'd like to hear from you, all right? Are you happy? What are your views, your thoughts on this announcement? Have you seen the ramps off the Third Mainland Bridge that lead you to Butemeta and Yaba? You need to look at the asphalt, all right? If you've not seen it, that asphalt, E-black. E-black, well. E-black, oh. I said, wow. Not the usual patch they normally do. That patch. And I knew those guys meant business, the Ministry of Works, when I saw several tipper trucks. They created a yard for this work they're doing, and several white tipper trucks when they announced the first closure. To close a ramp that leads you from the bridge onto that Adeni axis or to Ebutemeta and other parts of Yaba and all that. And I think later they closed the one. Have they worked on the one that leads you back up? If you're going from the island, you want to get to Ebutemeta, that one, they closed it. I think if you're going from the mainland, you want to get down. I think they closed down. I'm not sure. I need to check. But the one I know is the one on the right if you're coming from the island. And it's the asphalt is so black. I'm like, it looks really high quality. You know what I'm saying? And I listened to the Controller of Works yesterday when she gave an interview to the press. Said they're going to uproot, they're going to dig out the asphalt. They're going to dig everything. Yeah? This one is not patch like we've been used to for how many years now? It's not to fill pothole with patch. No, not that thing. They're going to dig out all the asphalt, take everything off, look at the expansion joints, work on the ones that need to be worked on, fix them, close them, strengthen them, and going to lay new layers of asphalt. I thought it would say concrete, a la David Umahi, but so what are your thoughts? Is this an unnecessary difficulty? They're putting Nigerians through, Lagosians through. Is this, it's a sacrifice. 7 weeks to 8 weeks, or 6 to 8 weeks. It's going to be inconvenience for you and I. But are you happy? Are you happy? For me, it's bittersweet. Hi.
Yes. My name is Michael Obab. I witnessed what you mentioned, Kofi. I was going to the train station. I saw the asphalt you are talking about. It's actually black, so I can confirm that. But I think it's a good thing. I can't remember the last time Nigerians did something from beginning to the end. If this is the sacrifice we are going to pay, I say around Azungi, so I'm not going to be affected on a daily basis. So let me not be hypocritical.
Okay.
But I think for the benefits of every one of us, we all use third mainland, whether we like it or not. So I think it's high time we did something well. Let's give them that benefit. Since he has said he's out to make it work, I think let's just do it once and for all. And if they get it right, they might not need to do it for the next 5 to 10 years. So let's say this, it's not too difficult. You know, they are still making it manageable. You can still come this way, go that way. It's not the end of the world.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Michael, have you called my previous programs before? Your voice sounds familiar.
Yes, in Port Harcourt. You know me very well. Yes,
wow. Amazing. So now here you're wrong, come. All right. Okay, that was a Nigerian report. Amazing. So I don't know what you guys have to say, but if you're listening, number to call, especially if you're on the bridge, what is the experience? Because we hear that from midnight to noon, they're going to open up the third mainland bridge to those moving from the mainland to the island, which is the direction of the most traffic. And then from noon to midnight, they're going to close it, the traffic to the bridge to traffic from the mainland, and open it to traffic from the island, which is the direction of the most cars, from the island to the mainland. Noon, 12 p.m. to midnight, 12 a.m. you can go on Third Mainland Bridge. Then, once it's 12 a.m., they'll close it. If you're going from island, you can't use the bridge again. It's only those who are moving from mainland that will use the bridge from 12 a.m. to 12 p.m. I noticed they opened certain U-turns. The U-turn, those U-turns have not been opened have been closed for decades now. Decades now. So I noticed they opened them. And what I think they want to do is that if you're coming from Ikoyi, for instance, when you pass wherever, as you're approaching the bridge, when you climb it, okay, you can now, depending on which carriage they're fixing, because they're going to work on one carriage as one side first. And then when they're done, they're going to now work on the other side. So if they're working on maybe this side, the right side, if you're going to the mainland, that U-turn that they've opened at the exit and entrance of the Third Mainland Bridge, it's going to allow the cars navigate to the other ramp that they're not working on. Use that ramp, drive one way. So at some point, either those going from mainland to island or those going from island to mainland will drive against traffic on the opposite carriage. All right, and I think it's a fantastic idea. So when you get to the end, when you get to Oro, you can now use that U-turn to get back to your lane, and then you continue. And it's a fantastic idea. So they started removing those ramps. Today is Wednesday. On Monday, they didn't even wait for Tuesday. They started removing the concrete that was blocking those U-turn on Monday. So I think it's a fantastic idea. Are you happy? Do you think this is something that the president can say, yes, renewed hope? Do you have renewed hope looking at what is happening on Third Mainland Bridge? Good morning.
Good morning, Kofi. How are you?
Very well, thank you. What's your name?
My name is Engineer Kundayo. I'm calling you from Ikorodu.
All right. Are you going to commend President Tinubu to say yes, he started well?
No, is this maintenance on the Third Mainland Bridge? Mm-hmm. Well, I saw flag off yesterday with the engineer and the other people there.
Yeah.
But what I observed, which caught my attention, is actually the construction company.
Okay.
I don't want to mention their name on here, but they look very, very competent.
You can mention now. Let's know. You can mention their name.
As you said earlier on, that the bitumen they were using is very, very black.
Very black. Oh.
That particular company does very, very. If you check their pedigree in Lagos, especially, you will see that they do a very good quality job. So I trust that at the end of it, as according to the engineer, he said between 7 weeks. Let's give it a maximum of 2 months. We'll be able to enjoy the Third Mainland again.
All right.
Then also on the side of security, they said they were going to put CCTV cameras. So that it makes driving safe and the usage. I mean, it makes it safe. Considering all the security issues that we are having in the country. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. And when you talked about bitumen, We know Nigeria has one of the highest deposits of bitumen in the entire world. We shouldn't be having bad roads. I think second highest after Canada. I'll have to check. Christopher is in the quick. Christopher, good morning.
King of Radio.
Nice to hear from you. Now your full name, then put there. Your government
morning,
name.
good. Morning, good to you, my brother.
Good morning. Good morning. Good
Don't
morning.
give up in telling them the truth, though.
Oh no.
They like, let them hear.
Okay, all right.
On the road, good job. If not for our bad habit, driving habit, I could have suggested they open one side, that we use it, both going and coming. But we have a very bad habit, driving habit. All this at 12 to 2 to 9 a.m. will not be there, right?
What do you mean, 2 to 9 a.m.? How do you mean?
No, 12 to midnight now.
Mm-hmm.
These people will go in the morning, the other one will go in the evening.
Yes.
If we have a good driving habit, they just open up one side.
Yes.
Both going and coming, right?
Mm-hmm.
But no, you know our people now.
Now. You know.
And that time frame, I think, is too short for them to remove the whole stretch of the asphalt, right? And fix the joint, whatever.
Okay.
I think that duration of time for me is too short. But if they can get it done, then good one. Then one other thing again, please. Any truck above 65 tons should not apply that road. I saw RRS van at the end. Trailers line up, my brother, tankers. I thought they arrested those guys, but before you know, they give them save whatever.
Are you kidding me? I know they usually arrest a lot of those guys there.
I'm telling you, any truck above 65 tons should not apply that. You know Tipa now, where they carry all these granite.
I know.
All of them fly that road, and it's written there.
Okay. Are you sure they're not for the construction?
No. Before now.
Oh.
That thing has been going on since now. Like Fashola asked, what is eating up the roads? We fix the patch all these type potholes, but before you know it, the potholes are back.
Engine.
Thank you, King of Radio.
Thank you so very kindly. Let's put the next call on the line. Oh my. Okay, we lost the call. 0700-993-993-993. Your thoughts, your opinion, your view on the ongoing rehabilitation, renovation of that Mainland Bridge. One thing I noticed was that the ramp that they did some resurfacing, and I think some rehabilitation. They would have probably worked on the expansion joints as well. The side rails, they need to replace those side rails. Sometimes when you drive on our federal roads, you see how bad infrastructure has become in Nigeria. It reminds you of how things were, how bad things were under the military, where you had a lot of infrastructure, federal infrastructure, really bad. We shouldn't live in a country where street lights are not working. In fact, ours is not that street lights are not even working. They are not working, and some of the ones that are there are being kicked down, broken down, just lying on the floor, and it's bad. It's bad. Nigeria is not a failed state. You go to some countries where they are at war officially. Street lights are standing straight now. So government needs to sit up and make sure they. And the President Tinubu has a tall order. I mean, he didn't spoil the infrastructure. Now, he's come with an agenda called Renewed Hope, which he wants to tell Nigerians here, we want to renew your hope. The ball is in his court to fix the nation's infrastructure. It's bad, really bad. I don't think it's ever been this bad. So for the bridge, I noticed the ramps, they didn't fix or replace the rails, those metallic rails. And those rails, some of them, if you drive from the bridge, Mainland Bridge, all the way down to you're going to Koyi, and past Lagos Island, going to Koyi and over, you see that some of them, the way they cut them, it'd be like, say, some of these are boys. Some of these are guys, are the ones who cut those rails. So scavengers now are a problem, another problem. Hello, good morning. Oh, my God. All right, sorry about that. There was a road I normally ply somewhere on the mainland. Yesterday, I realized that there are some metal, some steel that covers, I think maybe it's storm drainage or something. They've removed them, They removed them. I was plying a road because I have something I do around there. And I was plying a particular road on the mainland. I try and get the name. I noticed that now I have to dodge the hole because they removed the storm. I saw they remove one. And then I drove down the road. I saw another one. They had to put sticks there so cars don't fall inside. We know the people who steal these things. We know them. They are not just stealing these public infrastructures, scavengers. You go to Port Harcourt, the same thing. One of the flyovers that Wike did before he left. Within some weeks of commissioning, they went and removed the manhole cover. Removed it. We know the people that are stealing these things. These guys who engage in scavenging and metal business, some of them will pack these trucks up with metal, scrap, and all that, and they're taking them out of the state. I think the state government needs to place a ban, not just Lagos State, even River State. It needs to place a ban on scrap metal leaving the state for now. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Kofi, morning.
Morning. Who do we have on the line, please?
Yeah, Joe.
All right, nice to hear from you. Please go on. What's your view?
Okay, currently I'm on Third Mainland Bridge. A bit of traffic from Unilag waterfront, and it's a moving traffic anyway. Just to comment on the ongoing work, I think this is the first time we're beginning to witness real serious attention given to the Third Mainland Bridge. For me, I believe Third Mainland Bridge should be considered a national treasure. Rather. Since the construction, I've not seen any massive road or bridge construction of this type. So I commend the president and the ministry or Minister of Works for taking this action. On the part of the bridge that has been completed, the ramp into Yaba and out of Yaba, I drove through it on Sunday on my way to church, and I really liked the road. It was like I was driving. I was driving in which country now?
In Dubai.
Maybe like Canada or something.
Oh, renewed hope.
The road. It was the quality of the road is as good as the one you see in some of those countries, and I hope that they will replicate same for the main roads, the main construction currently going on. Then, just to comment on the manhole, these not just release scavengers these days. It's a big business. Even the waste trucks, they use them as cover to just remove the manhole, and they put them into their trucks and they drive away. There was a video that circulated sometimes back where a Sienna vehicle was just moving from one manhole to the other, removing them. So it's not like a big business. I think government needs to increase security surveillance more on the roads and to be able to track down these criminals.
All right.
That's all I have to say.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time. You're making me think that all those times I see some cars on the bridge or some other bridges and they're just there, maybe that's what they're doing. I saw one. I thought they were pouring something down. It's crazy. The rails on this Terminal Bridge, and then the bridge that takes you all the way down to Buzon Center, all that. If you look at them, it looks like someone just used a hacksaw, and just cut the thing. All right, cut it, and just took it away. Very, very specific where the things were cut. People are saying, and it's wrong. Government will build a flyover, put manhole, use steel to cover it, people go steal it. It's wrong. And I think we need to have a moratorium, a ban on anybody possessing any scrap metal anywhere in the state for now, till government can decide how to address the menace of these scavengers who are stealing and are destroying public infrastructure.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, good morning, Kofi.
Welcome. Who do we have on the line, please?
Yeah, J-Man on the line.
J-Man, nice to hear from you.
Yeah, concerning Third Mainland Bridge, it's a very welcome development. In fact, I'm very impressed in those ramps, the side ramps. But my comment on this, two. One, security has to be beefed up on that axis, because especially on the Adeniji end and on the Ogorochoke-Bagada end, because you can see that traffic spills yesterday spilled all the way to Oshodi. So on those ends, there will be a lot of traffic robbery. So they need to really beef up security. It's not about having security at Yanoro or station security officers. They have to be security officer for this period throughout. That's really beefed up. Then another thing that I think is really needed is the alternative routes. Okay, something like this is going on, and anytime past 12, everybody will be using the alternative routes. Look at the Dumota Engine, for example.
Okay.
It's totally blocked. Street trading has blocked Dumota for years. That place needs to be cleared so that there could be an access way. You can always access Nnamdi Azikiwe to Marina. But presently, it's not doable. Even there are police officers there, and they take one way on it in the evenings. So I think they have to, all those alternative routes like Oyingbo has to be cleared. Those alternative routes has to be through so that it will be easy for the commuters to use the alternative route. So that's just my comment on that.
You said Idumota is taken over by
street trading. Yeah, and one-way traffic.
Yes, some roads you don't even know that is a road until you blow your horn.
You won't even know
you blow your horn.
That exists there. It has totally been abandoned because of activities going on there. So I think Lagos State government has to clear that stretch so that that road will be accessible for, at least for now, no street trading and nothing, so that no one way, so that road will be very much accessible to for alternative users.
You talked about Idumota. You talked about the other market. I'm trying to remember again, the one before Oyingbo. Yeah, I tried.
Oyingbo.
I mistakenly went into that road one day when they closed these ramps. Yeah, I regretted.
You go sleep there. Forget it. Once you are there, it's like another world on its own.
I regret. I said that. Am I still in Lagos? I'm still in Lagos.
Even from what's it called, Tinubu Square, inward Oyingbo too.
Okay.
It's same thing. In fact, that's worse. Okay. Those vehicles will cure the way, they'll be going one after the other. You could spend 2 hours there sometimes. So if all these routes are being cleared and there are alternatives, I think we won't really feel the closure of the Third Mainland Bridge that much.
Right. Thank you very much. We have to go for a break. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Sunday, you stay with me or you call back. We'll call you back because we have to go for a commercial break. It's still the Morning Crossfire. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Call to action on disability inclusion. Did you know that the Discrimination Against Persons with Disabilities Prohibition Act 2018 prohibits all forms of discrimination against persons with disabilities, PWDs, and includes sanctions for defaulters? It also guarantees PWDs the right to free and inclusive education up to secondary school level and requires that PWDs make up at least 5% of employees in public organizations. Persons who suffer discrimination may also institute civil action. The Act forbids approval of public building plans that make no provision for accessibility facilities and requires transport service providers to make provisions for PWDs. Public buildings and structures in the country are mandatorily required under the Act to be modified before the end of January 2024 in order to meet the needs of PWDs. Dear citizen, let us join hands to build an inclusive society. Please call on governments at all levels to ensure that all public facilities are modified to be accessible to PWDs, and join state governments that are yet to domesticate this act to do so and ensure full compliance before the end of January 2024 as prescribed by the Act. Let us play our part and respect the rights of PWDs. Remember, there is ability in disability. This message is brought to you by Policy and Legal Advocacy Center, PLAC, as part of its Human Rights Project.
I love my job as an HR manager, but I also love my weekends because I get to relax, spend time with family, and catch up with all the latest TV shows. But it's hard to relax when my phone is always buzzing. I have to sort out health-related issues for my colleagues because our HMO account rep is unreachable. Imagine my relief after signing with Reliance HMO and I have not received a single call from a colleague about any weekend issues. Even better, they can't stop telling me how glad they are that we've switched to a healthcare partner that's there when we need them. Now, I can finally enjoy my weekends, confident my team is cared for. Thank you, Reliance HMO, for giving me back my weekends. Sign up with Reliance HMO today.
For more information, call 0700 735 42623. Reliance HMO, the next generation HMO for business.
Are you tired of all the noise and speculation in the news? On Hard Fact, we cut through the clutter and get straight to the truth.
If only Fubra has been aware of the boo-boo trap, he would have understood in democracy there are things for everybody to do accordingly.
Join us as we bring you the stories that matter. We go beyond the headlines to uncover the real facts and the core of every story.
We are doing this, we are doing that. At the end of the day, nothing good will come out. What did they promise us? They will be in charge of security and life and whatever. But what are we getting in return?
With in-depth analysis and experts interviews, Hard Facts delivers the truth that others dare not to reveal. Tune into Hard Facts every weekday, 3 to 6 p.m. and arm yourself with the knowledge you need to navigate today's complex world. Hard Facts, where the truth always prevails.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
Let's talk.
Who says you can't have it all with one play? I got that defined, but you have just won yourself.
Congratulations.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, Melitus. One player, don't talk to two players because you won 20K.
So now you won yourself 20,000 naira.
My name is Well Done.
Okay, well done. We want to tell you, well done. You won yourself 20,000 naira.
With 500 naira, you can play to win big. From 120,000 naira to 190,000 naira daily on Nigeria Info. Go to oneplay.ng and play with 500 naira. And in a few seconds, your ticket is in the draw. Or dial *347 *880 *3#. Win daily on Nigeria Info. 50,000 naira on Morning Crossfire. 60,000 naira on WhatsApp Lagos. 20,000 naira on Sunnyside. And 60,000 naira on Game On. So Lagos, what are you waiting for? The more you play, the better your chances of winning. Remember to dial *347 *880 *3#. Play responsibly. Not suitable for persons under the age of 18.
He done of trading himself. James, hello.
Susan, I beg. Say you wine me.
For where? You who no longer depend solely on your salary.
So you people trade and don't carry us along in this office, Abby?
Jerry, now you they talk like this. Who doesn't want an extra stream of income? But I'm still looking for better trading conditions, I beg. Fast execution on my trades and possibly an account where swap no go carry all my profits where I don't know.
Guy, HFM.com.
For me, I wouldn't mind better spreads at all, and it won't be a bad idea to be able to make withdrawals in a flash.
All we want is transparency and great customer service.
Guys, I said HFM.com.
Which one is HFM.com again?
Switch to HFM today to enjoy ultra-fast execution, 1 to 2,000 leverage, tight spreads, swap-free, and more.
Guy, show us the way now.
Wait, are you sure deposits and withdrawals are sharp?
I said HFM.com. Visit www.hfm.com. HFM, online trading at its finest.
We are all gathered here today to witness the joining of all 32 of you in blissful matrimony to Glow MiFi and Router. Do you, Wi-Fi enabled devices, take this Glow MiFi and Router as your lawful data plug?
Yes, we do!
Do you, Glow MiFi and Router, promise to be there in good times and in Sakba?
Yes, we do!
Now you may stay connected.
Enjoy a connected life with Glow MiFi and Router. Get 60 gigabytes data bonus when you buy a Glow MiFi and 180 gigabytes data bonus when you buy a Glow Router. And connect up to 32 Wi-Fi enabled devices. Available at Glow World shops nationwide.
Glow Unlimited.
Ladies and gentlemen, something big is happening. Scratch Me Lottery is here. Don't miss out. It could be you. A single ticket can change your story. Whether you're a market woman, banker, or mechanic, Scratch Me offers you a chance to win big.
Yes, to stand a chance to win millions, hurry to any Momo agent, Bankley agent, Dot agent, ShopRite, Jara Mall, or any other authorized retailers to get your Scratch Me ticket. All MTN customers can also play by dialing *671# now. Your destiny can be inside that ticket. Scratch Me Lottery. Stand a chance to be a millionaire. Get your tickets now. Live draws happen every Thursday.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We are back.
We're back on 99.3 Nigeria Info. This is Morning Crossfire on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Welcome back. Still the Morning Crossfire, barring any last minute change. Of course, we don't expect that the Third Mainland Bridge. We'll see motorists on that bridge will have to time themselves, is the way one paper put it, and know when to use that bridge because of the ongoing repair work, renovation or rehabilitation of that bridge. Expect to last between 6 and 8 weeks. If you're coming from, and it started on Tuesday, the 9th of January, that's yesterday, 2024, and if you're going from the mainland axis of Lagos to the island, you can only access the Third Mainland Bridge between midnight and 12 p.m. Between midnight and noon, that's 12 a.m. and 12 p.m. Now, if you're going to go from the mainland to the island beyond 12 noon or 12 p.m., you have to go through the other axis. Either you use Echo Bridge or you use Carter Bridge. It was a Carter Bridge I threw my dad off some time ago. One chance, so years ago, I think it was the 80s. He had one chance. You look up, Kabuka went the 3 more. Told me the story. He had some scars to show for it. Anyway, so if you are, that was Lagos those days, if you're going to go from the mainland to the island, you have to use Echo or Carter Bridge from 12 noon. Okay? Now, if you're moving from the island to the mainland, you can only access or use the Third Mainland Bridge from 12 noon to midnight. So you have to use Echo or Carter Bridge, whichever is usable, or go through, you have to go through that axis. We'll go through. What's in that market that guy mentioned again? Oyingbo. You have to go through Oyingbo. If you use Oyingbo, God be with you. God be with you if you use Oyingbo. Because here right now, it's something to talk about. If you're listening to us and you are coming into the island, you're going to the mainland rather from the island. Of course, you can't use the Third Mainland Bridge. Where are you using? What route are you using? And what's the experience like for you? Yeah, if you're coming from the mainland to the island, what's the experience like for you this morning? Are they working on, which side are they working on? I've not seen it. Are they working on the side facing Unilag or the side away from Unilag, closer to facing a corridor? Which one are they working on? Which one is open to traffic? I'd like to know. And is there any difference between the normal traffic every day, every morning you see or you face in Lagos on the bridge and today? Is there something that they're doing that you think they can do better? Do you have commendation for the Ministry of Works, the federal government? Because some of you have said it's a good development, especially those of you who've seen what they did with the ramps. I mean, the asphalt or the bitumen, whichever it is, was really black. And by the way, Nigeria is said to have the second highest or one of the highest deposits of bitumen in the world. But country, as at some years ago, was importing about not less than $13 million worth of bitumen per year. So we ought not to have any issues when it comes to roads. Nigeria's bitumen reserves that are yet on tap are said to be worth more than 42.47 billion metric tons. You have states like Ogun State, Ondo State, River State, Delta State, and Bayelsa State being blessed with this natural mineral. Yet the country is spending tens of millions of dollars importing bitumen. So we have what it takes to have good roads. I'm not an expert in this, but that's the little I can say on that. Okay, 0700-993-993-993. Are we standing on Bola's mandate on this one to say, congratulations, you're doing a good job. We need to see more of this. Let's go back to the phone lines. Good morning.
Good morning. Kofi?
Uh-huh.
Good morning.
Morning, oh. Who do we have, please?
The famous DJ Constance.
DJ
Constance.
Oh, how you doing?
You're like brain guy.
Oh, my man.
Hey, what's up, my man? What's going on, my man?
I'm good, my man. How you doing, my man?
Happy New Year, man.
Man, same to you, my man. Same to you. What's your thought on this?
Kofi, I want to do some recommendation to the Ministry of Works. You see, all these holes that have been covered with this steel, where people at midnight go and steal them and take them away. It's not only here, it even happening in Liberia.
Oh my, really?
But what we finally did, and I think they should finally do, they should forget covering this unity with this iron, because they will take it away. They should use concrete. Yes,
okay,
when you use concrete, nobody will remove it.
Okay.
That is why this is how our own government did, and of course our roads are better up. So if you use concrete, because sometimes you see these trucks, they will go and park somewhere that they have a fault. But then under the truck there's somebody there removing something on the road. So the road are good, but one of the things, Kofi, person with vision impairment, the roads, especially when you enter Lagos area, is covered all with trailer, with marketers everywhere. everywhere. You can easily walk as a visually
Okay,
impaired
okay.
person.
You're saying for those who are visually impaired, the roads of Lagos are unfriendly. It's not easy to make your way.
Very, very unfriendly. Very, very unfriendly. We know that there's no NEPA, we call it, so generator. We use our years ago, but the main thing is nowhere to pass. Everywhere there's market person selling. On the side, on the pedestrian walk, everywhere. So I think one of the recommendations is government should actually pay attention with the PWDs and give all the security and protection of walls on the road. That's my own take.
Okay, very important. What's your name again? DJ?
Constance.
Constance, are you a DJ?
Well, I was a DJ. I was a DJ on Liberia on air personnel. I was on a radio station.
Okay, all right. And you're visually impaired?
Yeah, of course I'm blind.
Okay, all right. I appreciate
I was blind 1991. Yeah.
1991. Okay, I appreciate hearing from you, and I would like to hear from you some more. So you just make sure you keep calling, okay? Regularly.
Definitely, I'll do so.
All right, DJ Constance. Thank you very much for your time. All right. One thing I realized is that because I've been on radio in Lagos for some time now, I think after switching from Port Harcourt, been in Lagos, radio in Lagos for some time, and I realized I have quite a substantial number of a percentage of my listenership, those who call, visually impaired. Quite a substantial, size of them. It's sometimes you don't even know someone is visually impaired. So maybe they keep calling. Maybe after some time they just mention it, in passing. And I'm working on something. Because it's a demographic or demography rather in Lagos that is really, really, really an interesting demography. Really, in Lagos. Yes. I'm not talking about Nigeria. I'm talking about Lagos. Really interesting demography. You have a lot of interesting persons who are visually impaired. I mean, some people who give me some of the nicest contributions on air. We laugh and we joke. One day, someone say, "Oh, he's blind, though." I'm like, he didn't say anything. I never knew. And you'd be like, "Wow," A lot of people who listen to radio in Lagos are visually impaired, and I personally, I've had a wish to really have not just a conversation about their experiences, but something deeper. And I hope that authorities are listening to what this guy is saying. He's saying it's difficult for visually impaired persons to walk on Lagos streets because the market people have taken over all the walkways, the sidewalks. So you have to use the sound of generating sets, vehicles, and all that to navigate your way. And that's quite bad. One thing I'll commend the government for is I had a chance to use the BRT one of those days. And it was a blind guy, a guy who worked with me, who took me to the BRT station. I looked around. I spoke to a gentleman who was also visually impaired, who told me his experience. And the blind guy, a friend of mine, took me, and he knew his way around. And so they have facilities there for public transportation for people who are visually impaired. Something close to my heart, And so I'll commend the government of Lagos State for that, because even in the transportation, as you use Lagos State government. Transportation, which is BRT, as a visually impaired person, you can have your own seat. There are rails that you can hold and everything like that. So someone can even guide you. So we need improvements on that. We need to tell government what they're doing right as well as make suggestions to them. So that's good. And DJ Conscious, I also like the fact that you said, and I agree with you. Instead of using metal to cover the manholes or storm drainage, they can use concrete. Maybe use a metal ring or something like that. Use concrete, instead of metal. That's a good suggestion. Thank you so very kindly. Okay, we have more calls coming through. 0700-993-993-993. Looking at the ongoing repair work on the Third Mainland Bridge. I want to hear from those who are using the Onyibo axis. What's your experience like, please? Good morning.
Good morning, Kofi.
Welcome. Who do we have on the line?
Yeah, Sunday here calling.
Sunday,
on this issue of Ministry of Works.
Yes.
In fact, this morning I came from Inyanuru towards Island. The whole road is empty. They just block it. Nothing is done. And then yesterday when I closed from VI, I was about going home towards Mainland. Could you believe I took a vehicle from Alakmo to Balende, getting to Balende, and I see the crowd there was so much. And how much do they call it? 1,000 naira. From Balende to Nyanuworo.
That's the
transport
fare?
Yes.
Okay.
If you are going to K2, find out what I'm telling you. Next time when I'm on the line, tell me that I'm telling lies. It was a terrible situation. I don't know, and people don't have money these days.
What was the previous fare before this new year? December
from
was
Nyanuworo. From Balende to Nyanuworo was probably 400, 500.
And then yesterday, how much did they charge?
Yesterday was 1,000 naira.
Really?
Almost 50% editing increase. 1,000. If you are going to K2, thereabout, then you prepare 1,000 plus. How will that happen? And then you can imagine how someone is going to be fit. Why can't they open this road, both sides, like they normally do? The previous one they did was about 8 months. How many years? And we are still on it again. The suffering of Nigerians is becoming very, very unbearable. So I hear people say that they comment that they did very good job, but have they forgotten that this was the same thing that they did for about 8 months?
All right.
And how long does it take?
Okay, this is going to be between 6 to 8 weeks. So he's saying the transport fare from Obalende to Oworo has gone up from 400 naira before the closure of the Third Mainland Bridge to 1,000 naira, which is scary, really. Like, what? That's what I was saying in my head. Like, what? So he's saying, why don't they work on both sides, open both sides, so that vehicles can move, and then the transport fare will remain low? Yes, sir.
Your personal credit limit will be reached.
No lie. Let's pick the next call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Kofi.
Welcome. Who do we have on the line, please?
My name is Ife.
Ife, where are you listening to us from?
You said what?
Where are you calling from?
Yes, I'm calling from Ikorodu.
Okay, please go.
Yes, first of all, I want to commend you for a very good job. Well done. Every morning, some of us I don't know how to call ourselves, but I think I will call us, I'm a kind of a radio freak.
Okay.
Every morning we listen to the radio. If there's no radio, whether there's light or there's no light, we listen to the radio, and the feed is wonderful.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
This issue of working on the Third Mainland Bridge, it has become like eating every day. Some months it's not. I don't think it's up to 6 months ago or a year ago that part of the bridge was closed. For God's sake, my brother, there was a time like that when they repair roads for another 1 year, for another 2 years, you won't see any blockade or repair or anything like that being done. It has become a past thing for us. You see, it's not as if it's difficult. It's not rocket science, my brother, to make good roads that you won't have to touch for the next 2-3 years.
Okay.
Third Mainland Bridge is not as difficult. There have been bridges like that outside Nigeria that I've never. I was there for like 2-3 years and I didn't see any repair being done. And even if there's any minor repair being done, they will be done when you probably will be sleeping. So it's crazy when you see people. I'm sorry to use that language. I'm sorry.
All right.
when you see people,
thank you,
being so uncomfortable.
All right. Thank you very much. So you're saying the closure is too much, right?
It's unthinkable.
All
the
right.
pain is
It's
too
too
much for a commercial metropolitan state like Lagos.
All right, because they just closed it recently. Thank you so very kindly, brother. I appreciate your time.
Thank you very much.
Says the closure is too much. They just closed the bridge recently, they're closing it again. Excuse me. But if you look at what was closed recently, it was just the ramps. That's the exit point to Yaba, not the bridge itself. But that's what he said anyway.
Good morning, Mr. Kofi.
Good morning. Your name and contribution, please.
This is Obuli. Now, what's wrong with the female line?
It's been worked on. It is
well. Mr. Kofi, you already know that this incessant closure of the Third Mainland Bridge will definitely make price of vehicles skyrocket.
You mean transport fare?
Yes, now.
Okay.
Because the buses flying that route, would just consider that place, and because of that, prices will just shoot
So,
up.
so what should government do? Government should abandon the repair, leave it like that.
I am not saying that, Mr. Kofi. How many times last year was Third Mainland Bridge repaired? How many times?
Once.
One. The
No. Twice.
How many?
The first,
Hey,
the
Mr.
first one
Kofi.
was to patch the potholes after we all complained that the potholes were too much.
My prayer now.
Then the
Fine,
second
what
one,
about the
hold on, Mr. Boli. The second one was the beginning of this particular repair, which was started with the ramps. So what do you want them to do?
Mr. Kofi, I'm not saying what they are doing now is bad. I'm just saying at least this one they are doing now should just be okay, durable, long-lasting. People are passing through a lot. Before we get to work early and all that, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I just feel this one will just nip everything in the bud. That's my take on this.
Thank you. You're saying enough with it. But you heard the last caller who said sometimes the thing takes 8 months, 7 months, and all that. I can't remember.
I know.
But this one, they say they want to use 6 to 8 weeks. And I hear that if they
2 months now.
if they complete it,
yeah.
it'll be about 15 years before they have to renovate the bridge again.
I will hold you on this.
You can't hold me. Hey, hold me how? Did you vote for me? I'm reporting what they said now. I may take between about 15 years. So you come and hold me now.
Amen.
Me too. I will come and hold your pharmacy too as well. We'll put sticker. Thank you so much, Ms. Bully. Thank you very much. Nice to hear from you. Okay, we have messages coming in. One play. We have to call the winners. We'll call the winners. Oh, my God, time. Okay, while we're doing that, let me take a call while we're doing that. My God. Hello, good morning.
Okay, good morning.
Welcome. Please go on. Your contribution, your name and where you're listening to us from.
Osas, I'm from Ojota.
Welcome, Osas. Please go on.
I bet, what kind of repair do they want to do? They don't want to patch or they want to resurface the road? We need to know.
They want to resurface. They're going to dig up the asphalt and then they're going to work on the ramps. When they finish, working on the expansion joints, they'll now resurface everything with fresh asphalt and then they're done.
Let them not patch, you know.
No, it's not patching. It's not patching.
And they should do it that 15 years. They are holding on to that 15 years.
I said they said, don't be me talking more.
No, what I think they should, I know, it's not you talking. What I think they should also do is that contractors, there should be, are you with me?
Yes, I'm with you.
There should be something like, okay, how many years warranty are they giving us on the road? If it's back, are they coming to repair it again? If there is any, maybe, the road cancer, will they come and resurface the contractor? We don't have to pay again. I don't know if you understand me. So when they do the road, how many years warranty are they giving us? Like is that they'll come and resurface and do it again? Because they just come and just do one kind of MRT and disappear. Then when it goes back after 3 years, 2-3 years, we'll start repairing again. That's what the federal government should do.
That's a very good one. That's a very good one. You know, don't do it and then just after some years.
I don't useless as I can pour it on it and disappear. When it's rain, to just wash it off.
All those fake asphalt. Thank you very much. Very, very interesting point you've made. 99.3, good morning. Unless you call there, sorry about that. Please call back. All right, we have messages coming through. Okay. Good morning. Good morning. 99.3, good morning. Oh, my. Hello, can you hear me? Good morning.
Good morning, Shibush.
Yes, Kofi Bartels here. Please go on. Yeah, contribution.
Please, this repair of Third Mainland Bridge is 2020. They did it last. And that road does not last. Why can't they allow the Julius Berger, the original contractor, to handle that road? In a civilized country, a road like this, they do it in the night. Because our salary is not up to what we can spend 2,000 naira a day for transport. Going and coming back, 2,000 naira a day. Without food, some of us are receiving 30,000 naira in a month. So if we pay 2,000 naira a day for transport, where will we get the rest money to balance it? It's too bad. Let them do it in the night. Let the traffic flow in the daytime so that people can manage themselves. Please.
All right. Thank you so very kindly for your time. Very interesting suggestion. He wants Julius Berger to be the one to do the work, and they must do it at night as well because of the increase in difficulty people are going through I hope the government is listening. People are having to sacrifice a lot for this. Let's pay our bills right back.
The Morning Crossfire continues after this.
Are you tired of all the noise and speculation in the news? On Hard Fact, we cut through the clutter and get straight to the truth.
If only Fubra has been aware of the boo-boo trap, he would have understood in democracy there are bases for everybody to do accordingly.
Join us as we bring you the stories that matter. We go beyond the headlines to uncover the real facts and the core of every story.
We are doing this, we are doing that. At the end of the day, nothing good will come out. What did they promise us? They will be in charge of security and life and whatever. But what are we getting in return?
With in-depth analysis and experts' interviews, Hard Facts delivers the truth that others dare not to reveal. Tune into Hard Facts every weekday, 3 to 6 p.m. and arm yourself with the knowledge you need to navigate today's complex world. Hard Facts, where the truth always prevails.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
Let's talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates